So the Pixel Buds Pro 2 have been out for about almost a year, I believe 11 months or something like that. Wow, does time fly by. But I've only been using them since the Airpods Pro 3 launch. I mean, I got them practically at the same time. And today I'm going to tell you what I think about both earbuds and which ones are actually the best or maybe only the best for your scenario. First, battery life between both earbuds. Here we have practically a draw. Both earbuds have a killer battery life. You can get up to 8 hours of continuous playing on the Airpods Pro 3, and you get the same deal with the Pixel Buds Pro 2. 8 hours of continuous playing. If you turn off ANC on the Pixel Buds, you're gonna get about 12 hours according to Google. I never got 8 complete hours or 12 hours. I got about 7 and maybe 11 and a half with the Pixel Buds, and practically the same situation with the Airpods Pro 3. Build quality and additional features. Here, I think it's a little bit more complicated than I would like it to be, because I love the finish on the Pixel Buds Pro 2. They're completely matte, they don't scratch at all. This case is extremely durable. I mean, I've dropped it, not on purpose, completely accidental, and not even a single scuff on them. It doesn't mean they won't scuff. Obviously, this color specifically that's white is gonna scuff eventually if I keep dropping them. I hope I don't, because I really like them. But the deal with the Airpods Pro 3 is the moment you take them out of the box, it looks like a tiger molded them, which drives me insane. I mean, you can only really tell because they have this glossy finish if you truly look at them from an angle and with the correct light. Like for example, this studio light. You probably guys not gonna be able to see it here on video. It's a little bit hard to show, but it drives me crazy, especially when I'm just looking at them, like maybe sitting at a restaurant or something. It drives me insane. I can't believe that a product that costs what these earbuds cost scuffs or scratches that easy. And the Pixel Buds Pro 3 still look like brand new. I mean, both of them are practically brand new, but these look like they've been used for maybe a year instead of just a couple of months. And the same situation happens with the earbuds themselves. The Apple Airpods Pro 3 have this glossy finish, which I absolutely despise. I don't understand why Apple has to make them glossy. If you want to wear earbuds for running, exercising, the recommendation, at least from me, is that you get a pair that has a matte finish. That actually reduces the chance of them slipping out when you're running, jumping, or doing any type of activity. And these, that are the Pixel Buds Pro 2, know that. They are completely matte in the interior, and they actually have this additional slap where you can twist them in your ear, and they're a little bit more secure fit. It doesn't mean that the Airpods Pro 3 slide off that easy. They're actually pretty comfortable. But if you want to use them for working out, it will become a factor eventually when you start sweating. And those drops of sweat eventually slip inside your ear, because it happens to everybody. No matter what you say, if you sweat, it's eventually going to go close to your ear, or your hands are going to get sweaty. You're going to touch your earbud, and then you're going to have to dry it off before you put it on again and make sure it doesn't slip. So it becomes a nuisance. It becomes annoying as hell, and I much more prefer a pair of earbuds that have a matte finish, especially when I'm working out. Touch controls. Here, I have to give it to Apple. The touch controls on the Airpods Pro 3 are genius, as well as they were on the Airpods Pro 2. These have like a little stem on the edge. You press on the stem, it's touch sensitive, it's pressure sensitive, and it works really well. I honestly don't like the touch sensitivity on the Pixel Buds Pro 2. These are way too pushy. I mean, you have to press inside your ear. Because of the shape they have, it becomes a little bit uncomfortable, and it actually can hurt your ears a little bit if you press too hard. So I don't like the experience. I much more prefer controlling the earbuds on a smartwatch or even on my phone. Most of the time, I don't use the physical controls, but for somebody that does, has their phone put away most of the time, well, the Airpods Pro 3 will give you a way better experience touch control wise than the Pixel Buds Pro 2. Now, the case itself, I would say here we have kind of a draw, because I do like Apple's approach, giving it the buttonless approach. It doesn't have a button, so you have to pair them. Now it has a touch sensitive panel on the front, but that also can become an issue if you drop this case like most of us do. I mean, eventually your earbuds might slip out of your pocket. It shouldn't be a big deal, but I'm afraid that the front panel on the Airpods Pro 3 might get damaged eventually from a fall. And the button is a little bit more protected on this traditional approach that the Pixel Buds Pro 2 have. So I do like the approach of the touch controls, but I believe it's a little bit more practical and a little bit more secure to have the traditional approach that the button has on the Pixel Buds Pro 2. But there's another catch to the case. This case is only splash proof. You can't submerge it. It's not really that water resistant. Only if you're in a light rain, it'll be fine. But if it gets way too wet or it gets pressure against it, it might just die on you. And the AirPods Pro 3 have IPX7, which makes them capable of even dipping into water up to a meter for about 30 minutes max. I mean, nobody should be dipping the AirPods Pro 3 into water, but if you do, be assured that most likely nothing will happen to them. Just take them out, dry them out, and they'll probably be fine. The same thing goes for the earbuds themselves. You can submerge the AirPods Pro 3, which is a nice touch and is something that I really didn't expect from Apple. And as for the Pixels, well, you can only splash them and they're sweat resistant as well. So maybe a little bit of a light rain, but you cannot submerge neither the earbuds or the case itself. So the case, I think, is actually a little bit better, resistant-wise and function-wise with the AirPods Pro 3. But what do you guys think? Comfort-wise, I would say here we actually have a draw. Both earbuds are pretty comfortable in my opinion. I mean, they will get a little bit annoying after a couple of hours, but I also believe that not everybody should be wearing their earbuds for a long period of time. I mean, just hearing health-wise, I think it's not a good idea. But do take into account if you wear them for maybe 2-3 hours, you'll be fine. After 4 or 5 hours is where I started noticing they become a little bit tiring, like they annoy a little bit my ear canal, but it's not that they really hurt. I just take them off a little bit, maybe scratch my ear a bit, put them back in, and I'm completely fine. And that's the same situation for both pairs. So comfort-wise, I would say we actually have a draw. Now, software and connectivity. Both earbuds have multi-point connectivity. You can connect them to 2 devices, but there is a big difference between the Pixels and the AirPods. The AirPods connect flawlessly as long as you have an Apple device. With the iPhone, they work obviously great. With any type of Mac, MacBook, or anything that's developed by Apple, they will connect flawlessly. Even the Vision Pros, which we actually have and we've been testing. Drop a comment below if you want to know my opinion after 1 year of the Vision Pros, because I have the original model. I don't have the M5s yet. I don't think I will get them. Way too expensive. But there's a lot to say about that. So just drop a comment below if you want to know more about that. And on the other side, the Pixel Buds connect flawlessly to any device. It doesn't matter whether you have an iPhone, whether you have an Android device, you can connect them as a multi-point device flawlessly. I actually switched continuously between my Pixel 10 Pro and my iPhone 16 Pro Max, which is crazy because Apple would never allow that. Actually, connecting this to an Android device kills the experience completely, but we'll get to that point in a second. So I would say this is a definite win for the Pixel Buds Pro. They will connect to absolutely anything, PC, Mac, Android, or iOS device, and they do it very well. The experience doesn't change audio-wise or even microphone-wise. And actually, one of the things I use these for the most is to taking phone calls. I take them all the time when I'm here in the car. This is where I manage my business most of the time because I'm on the go. I go to YouTube events, I go to tech events, tech launchings, all that type of things. It's kind of boring, but the audio quality on these is actually fantastic. If you want to take phone calls, they sound great. They isolate the exterior noise pretty well. And actually, the audio quality from the mics themselves is also very, very good. Comparable to other earbuds on the market would be probably the AirPods Pro 2 or even the AirPods Pro 3. So definitely not bad at all. Now, let's talk a little bit more about software. If you're using your AirPods with an iPhone, the connection experience is great and the software is also pretty good. It's integrated to everything that Apple has. The quick access bar, you can use them straight from the volume bar. You can connect and use all the functions from your earbuds from practically using no apps whatsoever, except for the translation option and also the heart rate sensor. If you want to use your heart rate sensor, you need to use the Health app from Apple. And also, if you want to use the translation option in the new AirPods Pro 3, you do need the Translate app from Apple, which is not a big deal and is something you most likely won't be using on a daily basis. Now, on the Pixel Buds Pro, you really don't need the app that much, but you do need the app if you want to control the aspects on these earbuds. The integration is not as flawless or as soft as what you have on Apple. It's a little bit more personalizable and also a little bit more Android-wise, which means you have to have an app for absolutely everything, even on the Pixel Watch. Small spoiler, I am trying the new Pixel Watch 4. Actually, something that surprised me a lot is that if you're going to use the ECG on the Pixel Watch 4, you need the Fitbit ECG app inside the watch, which is absurd. But that is something I will be talking about on my full review about the Pixel Watch 4. So make sure you're subscribed for that. So I will give this point to Apple. I believe the integration towards the ecosystem is way better on the AirPods Pro 3. It's a lot seamless. Now, one of the most important things and one of the main reasons you actually buy earbuds is the audio quality. And I'm gonna be completely honest, both of these sound great for me. If you wanna know exactly how these sound, well, check out my full review about the AirPods Pro 3. I can tell you about the Pixel Buds Pro 2. They have pretty much of a balanced sound. You have clean highs, clean mids, and a punchy bass that doesn't interfere with the rest of the frequencies, which is something I like. You can use the EQ on the app, but I don't think it's necessary. I do like that straight out of the box, these actually sound pretty good. And the same situation applies, if you ask me, to the AirPods Pro 3. I've heard people say that no, the Pro 2 sounded way better, that they have this sound wave, this sound signature. I understand that. And if you ask me, audio-wise, these are both a tie. You won't be disappointed on whichever one you choose. Except if you're gonna use the AirPods Pro 3 on something that is not an Apple device. First of all, it's pretty clunky. And second of all, the audio quality degrades. Kind of sketchy, right, Apple? But if you're not only using an iPhone or you're not using an iPhone at all, well, the Pixel Buds Pro 2 are way better because the audio quality is the same on any ecosystem. The experience is excellent as earbuds. The audio quality is seamless. The quality of the materials I love. The comfort on them is also pretty good. And there's only one thing that I would say that cannot compare with the AirPods Pro 3. And that is active noise cancellation. The active noise cancellation on the AirPods Pro 3 is insane. It's very strong and it's the strongest I've ever tried on any pair of earbuds. And on the Pixel Buds Pro 2, I would say it's only good. I would not even dare to say that it's excellent compared to other brands out there, like maybe the WF Mark Vs from Sony or the Bose Quiet Comfort Ultras. I do believe these are a little bit behind on noise cancellation. But audio quality wise, these can compete with practically any brand and they're up there with the best earbuds I've ever tried. So depending up to you, if you have an Android device or any other device and you want something that can connect to anything, I would choose the Pixel Buds Pro 2. If you have an iPhone, well, I would definitely go with the AirPods Pro 3. They're just very, very good. This generation from Apple does make a difference in my opinion. But what do you guys think? Drop a comment below if you liked the video. Make sure you like, subscribe. It always helps us out quite a bit. And also maybe check out this video over here, which I think you might like as well. Check out my AirPods Pro 3 review. It's a video that took a long time and it hasn't had that many views.